full meal. You ain't leaving with no leftover self-made. It's where it's at, and that's a fact. Our impact will be felt, paid in full. Everybody's fact. Change the game our ways. You would think we abstract. Form my own opinion. Do you think we pointed on the act? Call a spade. Game winner, minutes ball game. Never doubt us. A high quality remains the same. Always gotta work. Build content. Frame by frame. Try to go the other side, but man, this is self-made. Self-made.
And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Destination Dynamite. I'm your co-conductor, Marcus. Usually we had Jess here, but because of an ankle injury, she got added to the report late. She couldn't go tonight. She tried. She couldn't get through pregame warm-ups, but that's all good. We got the lovely Jana in the building. We got two co-conductors here. Jana, what's up?
What's up? Warning. You guys might see a little kitten. Her name is Sprinkle. That's my cat. I am on cat duty today, and usually I close the door so that she doesn't interrupt. But if you see a little thing walking across, that's my cat. So we have another conductor. She's just not a human conductor.
Hey man, we the only wrestling podcast out here that got a non-human conductor. So we living. We doing all right. Anyway, we gonna drive y'all through Week 1 of Winter is Coming from Atlanta, Georgia. Really, really strong episode of Dynamite. Really enjoyed it. Probably the first one where I enjoyed 98% of the show, including the stuff that wasn't the C2. And the C2 stuff was spectacular, including what was arguably the match of the tournament. Maybe the best match in the tournament's history. Arguably, it's up there. So we'll get to it. So, y'all know what the drill is. Like the video. We're on, if you listen to this in your car on the way to work from like Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, iHeartRadio, all that, give us 5 stars over there. No thing. And on top of that, Jana, don't you got a message for the people that you want to tell them?
I do have a message for the people. I'm going to go grab my cat because without your super chats, she don't eat, okay? And do you guys really want to starve a 1-month-old kitten? A 1-year-old kitten who was in the streets? She's going to get back on the streets. If we don't
do you want that cat in that box? Y'all know the drill. The cat be in the box, it be raining, box blows over, and now you got a stray cat running around through the streets. Y'all don't want that. We animal lovers over here, self-made.
Cars are trying to dodge the box, but will the box make it? We don't know. And also, if you want to speak to us directly and get anything off your chest, or maybe get in a little bit of a scoop, send in those super chats and we could talk to you directly.
Y'all heard the lady. Y'all going to get a man. But y'all know how we start this. We're going to spark the conversation a little bit. So, winter is coming. We got Dynamite. We got the C2 still live and direct. Atlanta, GA. We had Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey. We had Kazuchika Okada versus the replacement for Darby Allin, Jack Perry. Baby, what's that for? What's that for?
We'll get into it. We have a show. What service would I do self-made if I just gave y'all my dialogue straight off the bat? We got to get those super chats in. All
right, fair enough. And we had the finals of the women's tag team tournament. Babes of Wrath versus the Timeless Love Bombs. Me and Shirakawa and the Timeless Tony Storm. We had that also. That was on and popping. And we even had the AEW World Championship on the line. Eddie Kingston versus your AEW Men's World Champion Samoa Joe. I have my thoughts going into it. I have my very, very strong opinions. Chris even had his little opinions on Samoa Joe on the self-made sessions on Monday. But, hey man, things happen in that match. And also, for one night only, Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland tagged with Katsuyori Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs and Tornado Tag. Or farming all throughout the roof. We'll get into that too. But first, let's get into some super chats, shall we?
Yes.
Let's start with the homie Anjan. $2. What's up with you? All right. Folks called me a madman when I said Jack for C2. Hey, bro. If you was rocking with Jack Perry through those dark times, through Hollywood Jack Perry, through the Scapegoat, through that TNT Championship reign, through the Scapegoat bus, through coming back, You've been rewarded. You are seeing heaven. That's me. I'm seeing heaven. Shout out Jack Perry. And they got the homie and champion again, $2. Okada was still in New Japan when Kenny versus Don Callis family started. Hey man, we've gone through about 75 iterations of Don Callis family at this point. It's forever smoke for whatever reason, but Kenny, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I need you to go ahead and hit that one with Angel.
We need a resolution. For real.
Yes.
We do.
You have that the rights last night, bro. Go and hit that one with Angel. It's okay. We need that.
Have it every few weeks or so. We are tired of the bald man in your career. We can't let it end like this. It can't end like this.
Hey man, take his money next week and take his head off. That's all I ask for, Kenneth. Shot-Town Spurs, $5. How long until we have to stop pretending that C2 isn't Miles Barrett of the G1? Hey, bro. Last couple years. Hey, man. The first C2 that had Jay White and Jay Lethal in there, so we can't really get with that one.
Whoa.
What you mean, whoa?
Not too much on Jay White.
Not enough.
Not too much on my Switchblade now.
It's not enough. I'm afraid, Jana. It's not enough.
What? We'll get into it. You know what? Let's get into it because he's not even on the show. That's not even something that we could even segue into with Jay White. I like Jay White. I'm a fan of Jay White. I don't know what the disconnect is with people on social media with Jay White. Maybe you could give me some clarity.
You know, I've seen Jay White since like 2017, 2018. Like, I like him. I don't love him being a world champion because those world title reigns in New Japan were kind of boring. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. He's fine. I like him as part of the Bang Bang Gang. It's cool and everything. I don't need him at the top of the card. He could be upper mid. He can be around the picture. I don't need him in the picture, if you get my drift.
Here's my thing. Here's where I will disagree. I feel like he had a lot of potential prior to his injury. He was on a good momentum. I think he's somebody, but with a little bit of fine tuning via good writing, and pristine booking, he can be a pretty good world champion. I feel like him being world champion could also possibly, in a perfect world, elevate Bang Bang Gang as a whole.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Really, he can be fine on his own. He can do well on his own, and he can still get on TV when he's back. But if Bang Bang Gang don't really have Jay White, you're not going to see them as much as you would if he was with them. I mean, I feel like the only people in Bang Bang Gang, or the only person who's actually like over to the point where you kind of feel when he's not present, is Juice Robinson.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
The Guns, they've been begging to get let out, and they're not out, honey.
Well, Colton dead. I like Austin a lot. Then we'll see what happens in Manchester next week with the rest of the tag titles. But we'll see about that. And our boss, our somewhat moderator, the guy who eats paint chips in the Discord, Big Boo, $9. Eddie back.
Ooh.
Hey man.
That's big wings.
Eddie Kingston. What you mean, wait?
I said big wings.
I'm about to say big wings. Hey, man. Imagine being evil and that's your legacy. You managed to make yourself the main character on Super Bowl Sunday. But anyway, Eddie might be back. Got some solid promos on the night. Great match. We'll get to it later. Might be.
I mean, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Homie Riley, $2. Show has been not good and misses Brody King sorely. I wouldn't say not good. Well, this week was quite good. But Brody King, I do miss you, brother. Come on home.
I love Brody King. However, since he's not in the tag world right now, I'm assuming because he's not a champion anymore, if they were to run back his faction, the Hounds, what was it? The Hounds of
Hell.
The Hounds of Hell.
Jana, let me virtually put my hand on your shoulder and say I've got some bad
No. But take your hand off my shoulder real quick because I'm about to cook a little bit. Let's remove the hand, because if they brought that back, I would be so moved if they brought it back, minus Julia Hart. I also need her out of the Sisters of Sin immediately. I needed that done yesterday. Actually, last week. Just take out
Last week?
Julia Hart. Just
2
take
weeks
out.
ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 2 months ago. That's what I needed to happen.
I've needed her gone since AEW's been a thing.
Yo,
But
that's
that's
crazy.
neither.
You said hit the kill switch already. That's crazy.
Brody has aura. Brody, he has
far, yeah.
like he comes out, he has on his shiesty, he has on his puffer jacket. Do you even have a big fat puffer jacket? Even he
we
has,
telling the world fuck Ice 2 on Mexico.
right? Like he's actually, honestly, when he did that, that's what a lot of people want their faves to be. Like people think that just because, and this is no tea, no shade, but if you think this applies to your favorite wrestler, then it does. People think that just because their favorite wrestler in Obama administration stuck it to the man, aka Vince McMahon, that all of a sudden they were so woke. No, actually being woke and taking a stand on
Who's that chump?
is doing what Brody King did. Don't just let people be like, oh, but in 2004 he said fuck Vince McMahon. No, this man is saying fuck ICE. While your faves are claiming that they're pro-Palestine, pro-BLM, pro-everything, but they will go to Saudi Arabia and they will want to be working with Paul Levesque, who's always in the White House with Donald Trump.
There you have it. All right,
But I digress.
Here we go. You want to take this one real quick?
Yes, thank you at the other Mikey V for your $2. Thank you. And we still got Jet versus Speedball in the clip. Hey,
man. I said Kevin Knight and Darby was the match of the tournament, and I said Kevin Knight versus Kyle Fletcher was the match of the tournament. Then we got Speedball and Kyle Fletcher. It was absurd.
I'm
completely
seated.
and utterly absurd.
I'm seated. You see, again, like I spoke about last week, pushing the new generation, the new talent. Because does this hurt Kyle that he lost? No. It helps everyone because they just had a banger match without relying on somebody like Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, any of the established guys. They did that on their own, and it better get 5 stars, or else me and Dave, we're gonna have a private conversation.
Private conversation. And it might be some furniture movement in that conversation. We'll see. So
right.
off of that, fuck it. Let's get into it real quick. Let's get into the C2. Let me pull out the Rolodex and let's check out the standings after last night. So in the Gold League, Okada and Kyle Fletcher are now tied with 6 points after both getting wins last night. Speedball Mike Bailey. Well, no. Speedball Mike Bailey beat Kyle Fletcher last night, so 3 points for him. Still 6 for Kyle, 6 for Okada. Tight leaderboard so far. And we got 3 points for Kevin Knight still, and we got 3 points for Pac still. Their matches are still up to come. And Jack Perry's still at 0. Technically at on 2 because he inherited Darby's loss, so he got his own loss last night. So that's the Gold League. In the Blue League, we got Zero Jonathan at 3 points after losing to Okada in a fantastic match on Collision. And we got Dictator Claudio at 6 points. Tied with Takeshita also at 6 points. And they wrestle each other on Saturday, so excited for that.
Ooh, big meaty men. They're good wrestlers. You see, you guys thought I was just talking about them being big and meaty. No, that's gonna be a wrestling.
He said that's a plus.
But I mean, 2 things could be true at once. I mean, come on, they're gonna wrestle their asses off, and that's gonna be on Collision. Like, I'm so sick of people being like, "Oh, TV match of the year." No, baby, these are overall match of the year competitors. Like,
listen to shoot, man. And we got Big Neck Strong, Big Right Strong sitting at 0. And we got Moscow Dorado who pulled off the upset of the Dictator. The Dictator is no more. He got 3 points. And Orange Cassidy with a win over Roger Strong also has 3 points. So that's the Blue League.
I forgot Orange
Jana.
Cassidy.
Yeah, he beat Riley last night, so that's all good. Anyway, I ain't gonna waste nobody's time. We're just gonna get into it.
Let's get into it.
Kyle
You have
Fletcher.
to, but with a C2 catalog that we have this year, you kind of just have to get into it.
Yeah, I ain't wasting nobody's time. Let's get while the game's good. Kyle Fletcher, Speedball, Mike Bailey. Holy shit. Match of the night by a distance. I'm just gonna tell you now, that's my Real Music nominee. It's probably your Real Music nominee. Can't put the poll up this week, so everybody just shout your favorite match of the night in the chat. We'll get on right to it. Yeah. And also, I know Jess ain't here, but she sent me a special telegram before the night show. She wanted me to read this off. It's very important as it pertains to this match. I'm gonna read the whole thing in full. She says, and I quote, "My match was obviously speedball with Kyle Fletcher. My hands were sweating, mouth watering, body tingling. Match was
Real.
so good. My mom called me up to ask if I was watching the show. Latina moms love speedball. Double heart emoji."
As a
And she
fellow
also
Latina,
says, "See, why can't you find a man that looks like that? Look at Kyle Fletcher. That's a PS right there."
honestly, Kyle would.
Hey man, I ain't gonna say all that.
Fletch. Fletch lights, Fletch Latinas. Fletch
Oh,
Latinas. That's the big Fletch, big proto star, big Kyle, okay? That
big not the
match,
little.
that match, honestly, it was so clean, I feel like. And I feel like
Yeah.
nowadays people try hard and it looks so rehearsed in certain moves. But with those two, their chemistry, and I need people, the audience, to hear me. That's real wrestling chemistry. That's real wrestling. Is that the first time they've faced each other?
Might be in singles. Yeah, I think so.
Because, whoa. Honestly, if they played their cards right, I would keep that match as something that when it's time for them to get their push to the main top starlight, I would build from that because that was an amazing match. That was a match that I just sat and didn't touch my phone.
Yeah, I was in complete disbelief watching the counters, watching them just basically kick the absolute dog shit out of each other and wrestle like this is a tournament and points are on the line. And that's the thing that's kind of a lost art in wrestling. People just got to wrestle with purpose and people have to wrestle with pace. And Kyle Fletcher, we talked about the chemistry. Like we said about 50, 11 times with him by now over the last year. He had instant chemistry with Shelton Benjamin last year, C2. Instant chemistry with Ospreay because, well, duh. Instant chemistry with Kevin Knight. Instant chemistry with Okada in the 3 matches that he wrestled with him in AEW. Like he's at the point where he has chemistry with just about everyone. You just kind of roll the dice and you can put anyone out there with him. He's giving you his all.
You know
And
what
he's
he
probably,
reminds
and I don't think there's, what is it?
You know who he reminds me of?
Who that?
And this is not me just bringing my fave into it just because she's my fave. He is the way that Mercedes was when she was FKA Sasha. That people were finally starting to see how you could put her in the ring with anybody. And even if it was the worst wrestler, she would get a decent match out of them. And then when you put her up against somebody who's on the same wavelength as her, you're going to get a banger. He reminds me so much of that because you want to see him in the ring. And then he's somebody that you're like, damn, why don't they like put another title on him? Why don't they give him a well-booked reign? He's just really good. And so is Speedball. I didn't want either of them to lose. I was hoping it was something
I
that
was so
like,
convinced it was going to go to a draw because we kept going to the time limits and
too.
made it, and then the pins kept getting real tighter and tighter. Speedball has the time adventure. He finally hit the ultimate weapon. I was like, oh, she's going to do it. And Kyle kicks out of that. Kyle manages to get him in the corner, kicks, brainbuster, kicks out of that. Then they get pins. And then finally, when they get to the 1 minute mark, Speedball catches him and gets the 1, 2, 3. I was like, oh shit. Thank you, AEW. Tournament results matter because you don't have to protect everybody in a tournament setting. In a round robin tournament setting, people can take L's. You can build up to guys getting momentum.
Thank
And
you.
exactly, Kevin Knight, he got a big one over Darby. Also knocked his ass out of the tournament, which is funny, but neither here nor there. But Kyle got scraped by Speedball, and both Jet Speed members, they still got to wrestle each other. And Speedball beat Kyle. Kevin didn't. That's an inherent sports-based story right there in front of your eyes. And when that match happens, we done.
I've never been more seated than I am for that potential match, that forthcoming match, okay? Because I don't even have to say anything. You just have to say, hello, Jet Speed. Jet versus Speed, baby. Not Jet Speed as a team. They're fighting. Okay.
And they then took some L's as a team, and now you're getting some momentum in the tournament as individuals? Come on now.
I don't want them to use this as like, oh my God, like, is there gonna be like a rivalry, a storyline? No. let this be healthy competition. I feel like AEW could strike gold with them if they did a storyline that wasn't based on them like turning on each other, but it being a healthy, friendly competition and wanting to see who's better. Because you can have a nice little saga with those two. And if you wanted to bring in Kyle Fletcher, put me
I
in the
legit
writer.
would not mind them being in in a title picture, like the TNT title, national title, whatever it is. Somebody wins it first, so the other one wins off of them. It's friendly competition back and forth, and then they come back together as a team, stronger than
I
ever.
don't want Mark Briscoe as my champion. I see why they did it. Beautiful moment. Beautiful moment, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
Counts.
But if you want to revitalize a title and make it like must see and just build the glamour around it, they should. They could do so much. Like
I
they
like Mark
have,
Briscoe,
like they
but
should use
it's
the
their time.
C2 and see who's having like who's stepping up to the plate and push them.
Yeah, it should be a real launching pad for real like your next generation. Because Kyle will be your next big star. Like that's gonna be what it is. He
And
gotta
y'all were
have people to
saying
come along for the ride.
he was trying to copy Randy Orton.
Y'all tripping. That man Randy Orton,
Randy
especially as a heel.
with the paper mache shoulder? I don't
Yo,
think
yo,
so.
yo, yo, yo. Don't let Rob hear you. Don't let Rob
I
hear
don't
you.
think so. People were saying he was trying to copy Randall Keith Orton,
Because he's big and white and looks like him. But
whose finisher
I'll tell you this right
is
now.
a cutter.
We got brain busters over here, big baby. We got brain busters.
We got.
But nah, like shout out to Kyle though, because he's such a good ass
that was
heel.
never even a dialogue. Are you kidding me? Just
Because
he shaved his head?
he's nothing like you. But nah, and on the real though, Kyle's like so far advanced as a heel from his peers. And frankly, people who have been doing this for like 15 years on TV, he is so good at crowd control. Because the crowd was ready to explode for whatever moves they was going to do. Because Kyle could wrestle the modern moves match better, just as good as anybody. He can do all those things, but he can throttle the pace down, throttle the pace up when it's necessary. Get the crowd to be like, yo, we going to do all the cool moves. I know that. We gonna do our thing. But I am the heel here, guys. You're supposed to boo me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to beat the shit out of Speedball. And then when he does all his explosive shit and we get going and going, he's going to be the one you cheer for. And you're going to be like, fuck, Kyle got him. Especially when he's about to get to Ultimate for the first time and then he got his feet up. And that's when people were like, oh no. And then he kicks out. And then they get to the closing stretch. The time's going to go down. There's a frantic sense of urgency and a frantic sense of pace for both of them. And the crowd's on their feet. And when Speedball got the pin, they went ape shit. Like, that is perfect textbook work. And even in the context of 25, he's better than anybody doing that shit.
That's a well-rounded wrestler. When you can have the role of the heel, but you know how to get the people to eat out of your hands. You're getting the crowd to eat out of your hands. And then you can control the pace of the match. You can control the pace of the audience and wrestle. And he has decent character work, y'all. Like, I can't. Like, what a great match. They had me floored. They had me. Shout out to Tony Khan for booking that match, but shout out to the guys who actually wrestled that match. Kyle, the proto star, Kyle Fletcher.
There you go, his full name.
Speedball Mike Bailey. Say his full name too.
Speedball.
Amazing match, because honestly, that's a match of the year contender for me. Not just TV.
Yep.
Overall, because that was amazing.
The Michinoku driver on the barricade was absurd. Like, why are you taking this? And then he tried to do the Ultimate Weapon on the outside, missed completely. Speedball, I love you dearly. Your knees are going to be mad at you for the next 3 weeks. Why would you do that?
His knees, his ankles. He wrestles barefoot.
His everything, man. He was going nuts out there.
You don't ever like roll off your bed and then like you go flat feet and you just feel that sharp pain? I imagine he has to feel that at least like 5 times per match.
At least.
At least.
But nah, shout out Dumbo, shout out to C2. Shout out Tony Khan for actually booking a surprise winner. Because that's what makes this tournament good. This has been the most surprise winners I've seen in this tournament in a while. The crowd was hot. Shout out to Atlanta. Everybody was great. That's Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball Mike Bailey. And in the first match, we got in the C2. We got Okada versus Jack Perry, who was the replacement for Darby Allin. I like this match quite a bit. Y'all, one more time. Oh, one more thing before we get to that. One more thing. You niggas last night. My brother Chris was saying, man, Speedball was trapped in TNA purgatory, and when we can go crazy on national television against Kyle Dan Fletcher. Why did y'all bully him? He was right. He was objectively right. And y'all was out here doing your little photography jobs when y'all was talking about the match she was having TNA. That's cool. That's great. Was any of those matches him versus Kyle Fletcher on TBS? No, they were not. No. It just simply wasn't. But anyway, we're going to talk about Jack Perry. We're going to talk about Okada. Really, really fun match. Okada won as expected. There was some fun counters. And Jack Perry did something that I will talk about later. But before that, Jack Perry FC, Scapegoat FC, Jungle Boy FC, Jungle FC. We're back. We never left. We never yielded. We never folded. We never bent. He's still good. We bent through all the stuff he was trying to do as a heel. It wasn't working. And we got a special guest in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Jana, why don't you go ahead and talk?
Okay, so this is Sprinkle. She just knocked something down, and she knows she's in trouble. Lord have mercy. She just knocked something down, but this is Sprinkle, the self-made little baby.
The mascot. Look at her. She's like, why am I here?
What was your favorite? Blink if Kyle Fletcher versus Mike Bailey was your favorite match.
We got Blink.
What about the tornado tag? All right, so
yeah,
she doesn't know pro wrestling yet. She's a baby, but I'm giving her shrimp, her fish. So,
but hey, man, if she don't get enough money in time to get some more shrimp, it's gonna be real bad for Sprinkle. So, Jana, what would you like to tell the people?
Send in those super chats because these cost so much money. Come, I'm trying to get her on the. Come on.
There she is. Come on. There's
She's eating. She's almost eating as well as Kyle Fletcher and Mike Bailey did. She's not eating that great, but
she's getting there. She's getting there. Sure.
But yeah, I'm sorry if I run off camera. It's because she's little and she's tiny.
And she's back from more food.
Want to tell them to send super chat so you could get a snack? Okay.
All right, Sprinkle. Beggars can't be choosers. Anywho, y'all see the face. We're putting the face to the name of Sprinkle. Y'all know what it is.
Sprinkle FC.
Sprinkle. Hashtag feed Sprinkle. I need to see that in the chat. I need to see the super chat. Hashtag feed Sprinkle.
I'll give her an additional fish just because she's. So she'll. Okay. All right. You gotta let me work though, girl.
Don't tell me face. This is crazy.
It's not only cats, girl. You better come over here.
Cats, wow. Anyways, we was talking about Jack Perry and Okada, so let me hear your thoughts on that.
Jesus.
Damn.
She's a high flyer. I wasn't entirely moved. Okada, I love to death, but Okada can only carry so much, in my opinion. I don't know. I noticed the part which I don't know if it's gonna be like an actual injury for Jack Perry, but that part where he kind of fucked up his ankle, I was like, oh.
Yeah, they said it was the real injury, but I think it was like a tweak. He's okay. For what they said.
I don't know. I just wasn't moved. I feel like ever since his return, I'm not sure. Like, okay, I get the Jurassic Express reunion. I'm just not getting like what the payoff is gonna be.
Yeah, for me, I think I probably like them to see them tag titles again at some point. I would go on the tag team aspect of it, but I really do like Jack Perry as a singles guy, especially when he's back babyface. We're doing poison rounds again. We're doing flips. We're doing springboard Germans. We're bumping our ass off. We're doing a whole lot of cool things, and the crowd's receptive to it. So that's a big bonus. And I did like what he was able to do in this match. And I'm like, guys, what were we doing with Hollywood Jack Perry? What were we doing with Scapegoat? We don't need to strip down your entire moveset just because you turn heel. You don't have to do this.
I hate that they I get it's the current storyline, but I'm just tired of like Don Callis family. Like there's too many of them. It's not even a fucking family. It's a fucking lineage that he has going on.
Lineage? Hey, man, we got generations of them, you know.
That really don't even make sense. Like who's the Mark Davies?
He's doing his thing.
He comes out and exactly no pop. Like what the
Hey,
fuck?
Big Dog still doing this thing out there. He there to be a heavy. He's a fine little wrestler. Other than that, there is something to be said about having probably too many of your best working heels in one faction. Because what do you do after you run through the top dog in it? You kind of run out of guys, and it feels like you're downgrading. There is a little too much of that. There's a little too much of Don at times. I'd rather see him get his head knocked off. God, he can't even do that when they get to $1 million tag match, trios match next week. So we'll work at that. But there's nothing that happened in this match other than the cool moves and a real nice finish. Jack Perry got a mouthful of cock. I'm just saying, he did it. He tried to reverse it because it's like Okada business. It's what happened.
But can I bring something up that I thought was really funny? Like I just was not moved at all. Like when Luchasaurus came out to try and make the save, he looked so fucking awkward. I was
He
like,
was
you're like,
jogging.
right? I was like 87 years old, and then you know what he looked like? You ever had like one of the old like SmackDown Shut Your Mouth games, or like if you're on like PlayStation, the old PS2 or something that you're trying to get in the ring and you just can't find the right button? That's what he looked like. It's just
Hey,
there's too many fucking people. Like I don't know if you guys heard the term "too many cooks in the kitchen." Every time I see the storyline, I get so overstimulated because I'm like, there's 50,000 of you, and yet somehow there's not one notable thing that's happening.
It's kind of jarring. This happened. This has been going on since like 2023, like April 2023. It's a lot. Let's parse this down, please. Let's get the $1 million next week and get the hell out. Kenny, kill Don Callis. Let's wrap this up. But anyway, Jack Perry, he did his thing, grappling and orally. So there's that. I don't know how you get down. I don't know what you was doing this whole time off, Jack, but biting Rainmaker junk is kind of crazy though. But you doing your thing, my boy. Shout out to you. Shout out to them knives you be making on Instagram. Shout out to what you be doing out here. Love you, Jack Perry. Never turn heel again. And if you do, please flip. Hey, John's back. What happened? Hey, man.
I went to get my... Oh, y'all. I wish I had a camera on this stream that could follow everything that I'm like seeing today. I went to get my food. I went to get my food from the Uber Eats.
You bust your ass, didn't you?
No, bro. And I go to open the door because I saw that I got a notification. That's why I left, that they had dropped off my food. I opened the door and I didn't see the old lady like walking towards me. And
you ran down the old lady?
I don't know if you guys heard me, but I went, ah! Like, and she jumped and she was like, sorry, I scared you. That shit was so funny. I'm sorry. I had to share that.
Yo, Jana out here eating on stream and running down on old ladies in her free time. That's crazy. Y'all see what Jana doing? That's crazy. But anyway, that's the C2 segment of the show. Let's get into the non-Dynamite portions of this, which actually were some of my favorite parts of the entire show because they found a really good balance between showing that we can put on a really nice show, we can put on great matches with the C2, but we don't have to sacrifice everything else in the process. So let's get on down to business. So I would like to read the super chat right now from Cold Brew 999. Swerve been eating his cabbage. He built like super trunks. Shout out Jana. I'm also the owner of a 1-year-old cat. So you know the struggle. That's what's up.
Cold Brew, shout out to your cat. You should comment what your cat's name is. It's like having a kid. A badass kid who just doesn't listen.
Starting no badass. That's wild. But anyway, we're going to segue into the Tornado Tag with Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland versus Katsuyori Shibata and Powerhouse Hobbs. This was just Ore Fireman 101. Because Powerhouse Hobbs is probably the best part of the entire ops by a country mile to me. And I don't even think it's close, even with Samoa Joe here. Katsuyori Shibata is always a pleasure to watch wrestle. It's a miracle he's still wrestling at all, knowing what happened with him. Heyman and Swerve Strickland, they just came in, black leather jackets, big ass chain around their neck, just beating the dog shit out of him in the concourse. Heyman drinking, he got the chain on, no shirt in that bitch, man. He going wild. This is what happens every time he loses a match. Every time something happens of him of consequence, he always does this and loses his mind. It's always fire to watch him. Just want to kill people. So keep that intensity up, and he cares about the world championship still. We'll get to what he said afterwards and what he said last week. Continued that. Swerve also wants that world championships. He's gonna wrestle Josh Alexander in Cardiff this Saturday. And here, he just orb farmed his ass off. What do you think of his theme? Like, honest question.
Of the new Swerve theme?
Yeah.
It's a lot of noise.
Hey man, it sounds kind of awkward in the arena, especially because it's a long build up.
They need to release it
I think they
on
did.
stream so I can hear what it actually fucking sounds like, because it just sounds like somebody banging cymbals and shit. That's what it sounds like to me, because it's like, whose house, and then
who house is this?
I don't know
why.
I don't know why they changed. Yeah, Swerve when I drive that road. Like, why'd they change that?
Hey man, new knee, new body, new physicality. We orb farming, and yes, we still front rolling, cry, complain, cope, seethe. We rolling, we doing flatliners still. That shit is still gas. That 450 at 240 damn near pounds was fire. I don't hear nothing from nobody, bro. He's still that nigga. Probably need to change the gear at some point, because he out here struggling eating Applebee's at 2 in the morning with eating salmon from Applebee's and everything. But
salmon from Applebee's is nuts.
He's like, man, it's hard to keep this weight on, man. I got DoorDash from Applebee's. I'm like, why are you doing this to yourself? You look fire as hell. Don't get me wrong, but
Swerve is built as fuck now.
Yeah, he is rice. He is cabbage. He's on his regimens. He worked with the Jaguars trade staff.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's like he ate Swerve Strickland. But not like Pac. But no, this was really fun. It was more of a hot. You have a hot crowd. Let's just brawl in it for a while and then do the tornado stuff when we get to the ring. Blah blah blah. Do the finish and let's see how the Heyman Swerve teaming stuff is fascinating because the can they coexist element of it is always a thing that people roll your eyes at because it's one of the most overused tropes in the business. It is. But with them, because they laid bare they both want the world championship and Swerve was like, after this, bro, it's one night only. We're gonna talk. We're gonna do what we gotta do and all that. They made clear it's one night only, and we know damn well they're not really gonna coexist. We don't fuck with each other like that. However, when it comes to the greater good, or it comes to a common foe, or they got fucked over by the same guy, they will come together and try and just kind of do their thing. After that, we know what it is. So we'll see where this goes. And Hangman, after the match, had a backstage promo where he said, when Renee asked him what's next, he said, "What the fuck you think is next for me? I want that world championship back." And it rolls in. I'm facing the winner of Joe and Eddie Kingston. So there you have it. And Swerve on Collision when he came back this past weekend, he was like, "I want that world championship. I'm coming after it." He's gonna wrestle Josh Alexander in a return singles match, and we're gonna see what happens from there. Jana, any other thoughts?
I inhaled those dumplings, by the way. But
I know you did, didn't you?
They give you 5 little fucking dumplings, but I have more. So
damn. Let Jana eat.
They give you a buy one get one. So I got.
So you eat the shit out to get one, huh?
Yeah. So I was like, let's indulge.
Hey, get it how you live.
I like the thought process. Tornado tags, I don't know, anything tornado, or like if there's like a fatal 4-way or triple threat, when it's just everybody all at once in a match, I'm always like,
it's overstimulating for you.
Yeah, but I like seeing the Swerve and Hangman, like, because Swerve looks rugged now. He's like, I got something I want to fight for, and Hangman's like, I'm trying to fight to get something back. If they were, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna say that because I'll get cooked. But they looked really good together. Obviously, their performances were well, but I kind of don't want to see them fight each other for the title anytime soon, or like to build up to that, because I feel like I don't want them to get oversaturated with their feuds. So
I
I
get
was
that.
okay with like the will they, won't they, like can they coexist? But
The thing is, we knew they weren't because they already said this is a one time thing, and the tornado tag element of it works because you don't want to. They have animosity with each other. You don't want to see them actually like physically tag with each other, for real, for
mm-hmm.
real. So that part of it worked, and we know where it's gonna go from here because Heyman already laid down the challenge for World's End, whoever the champion is, and Swerve. We'll see what goes on with him with Josh Alexander this weekend. We'll see what they have if they have another confrontation. So the way they're getting to what they're probably going to get to, the actual endgame isn't probably that ideal, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But the way they're getting there with Heyman and Swerve so far isn't terrible, and I actually kind of like this part of it because a certain person isn't the glue to this right now. But it's a funny feud because this started over the World Championship and Swerve just trying to use him as a stepping stone to get there and did any means necessary. They've never once wrestled for that title outside the three-way against Joe in Revolution 2024. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, fascinating stuff, huh? Yeah. And speaking of the World Championship, let's just get to the main event, shall we? We're gonna read a couple more. What's up? What's up?
I have a grievance.
Lay it out.
So, I wanted to touch base before the main event.
All right.
To the opening match.
All right, tag title tournament. Let's go. Baszler Raf versus.
I love the winners. I love the winners, and this has nothing to do with the tag match. I just want to say I love the winners. So happy that those two women get their moment because Mina and Tony are already people who are like
they're established. They'll be fine.
So fucking easily, right? Two things. What was the point of showing the vignette of Mercedes and all her losses if you weren't gonna have a segment with Mercedes?
It's probably why.
Two, where the fuck was Chris at? Why isn't she having matches weekly?
She's wrestling this weekend. I know that for sure. On Collision. I do know that.
But I want to see her. Like, you're champ.
I do like she hemmed. We saw her in a pre in a backstage brawl. She just hemmed up, which is funny. But I do kind of want to see her wrestle.
Right, I'm just like why are we only getting these? Like, I don't understand why Tony Khan, like, he'll get all these champions for the women at least, and then he'll only put them in backstage segments that are like a minute long.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid, but because they're a popular one there. I kind of want to see them front facing. I kind of want to see more of their personalities. So that is a thing that I really want to see addressed for sure. So shout out to you pointing out actually. So
you want to know what I want to see addressed?
What you want?
Our girl Harley, FKA Dakota Kai.
Hey man, she's she's doing her thing over in the UK.
The black brick wall behind her with that hashtag soon.
Hashtag we're good.
We are all good.
We're good. I know a lot of y'all like the Dakota. I get it, but I am good. Respectfully.
You're not moving behind that possibility?
No. I'm just not gonna do it. We saw Lena Cross from the indie. We got some real good talent coming off the indie scene that's coming to AEW right now. We got Lena Cross.
Wait a minute.
No.
You don't like Charlie?
No. Not in 2025. Why? I'm good on the black and gold. I'm good on the black and golders. I can't hold you. I'm good.
She's good.
I didn't say she wasn't. I'm just good on signing black and golders. It's 2025, FMO.
Oh my god, please. If you want to talk about leaving people in 2025.
Hey man.
I want to give her a chance.
I mean, she's wrestling in the UK. She's wrestling she's doing her thing.
She'd be a better addition to the roster than Alex Windsor was. And that's
all right. I gotta stop. Hold on.
Mark.
Hold on. Let's not do that.
I'm not even gonna. Don't make me have this whole. Oh my god. No. She
Ladies and
sucks.
gentlemen, Jana has pulled the wheel on the train. She's pulling off the tracks. Let's re-put it on, shall we?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Windsor is not that good.
Nani?
Not that good.
Not that good. That's the hill we dying on.
My grave is there. My tomb is there. I done grew like 15 trees at my grave. I'm dying.
I can't lie. This is a crazy
thing. Not that good.
This is crazy.
What is good about her? What is good about her? Please enlighten me. I really want to know. I genuinely want to know.
She's a hell of a wrestler. What else do you want me to say? The match with Dina was great. Some of her tag stuff was good. I really enjoyed her doing stuff with Tony. That stuff was really good. It was really productive TV. She had really good matches with Mercedes for the TV championship.
Productive TV? Okay.
Yeah, that was good. And she can talk a little bit. Like, we need good bodies that can work in the ring.
She can talk?
Yes. She doesn't have to be a masterpiece of a promo, but she's a good enough talker to where I believe what she's saying. I don't need her to be, MJF out there. Don't give me that look now.
You are under spells, people. You are under spells.
So I'd rather her. She's young. She's talented.
Young.
I'm taking that on my TV in my
young?
roster over the 37-year-old ex-Black and Golder. Like, what we doing?
She's young.
Yes.
How old is she?
She's like 29, 30. She's 7 years younger than Dakota Kai.
She is not good. I'm sorry. You people are under spells.
Yo, this is crazy work. Yo. Oh my God.
She had self-made on payola, y'all, but I will not be bought.
This is crazy. Y'all hear this?
Not good.
The people at Self-Made do not condone these views here. Jana is a one-man band on this one.
We at Self-Made need to condone these views. We shouldn't condone this view. She is not good.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching today. Jana said some wild things.
Gear since she's debuted, and all she has to say is "Winza, Winza."
That's the thing. It's getting over, right? And she wrestling good. That's all I need. I don't need to be a damn superstar. I just need to wrestle well.
Nah. I'm sorry. This is crazy. Spell. You are under a spell. Free my brother.
One day, Johnny, you will see the light on this one, and one day we will pray for your sanity.
And suddenly, I'm Stevie Wonder because I'm not seeing that fucking light.
Because I can't read.
Because I can't read.
That's crazy. Anyway, chat. Anyway, let's talk about the tag team, shall we?
It's not even Diva FC. I'm sorry because I like women's wrestling. I don't think that a woman's wrestler is good based on how she looks. If you're good, you're good.
Whoa. Huh. Wait a minute. Not even that. I was a damn good wrestler.
Huh?
You better treat her like she Raven Felton. Look, this is crazy.
She's not good.
This is preposterous.
She's not fucking good. I'm
blasphemous, if you will.
She's not good. It is not that serious. She is not good. On the roster that AEW has, she is not that good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, at the top, she's like probably a little bit notch below, but look at the middle of the damn division.
And you know what? If you really want me to clock this, T, she's not that good because I don't even be seeing her man post her moves the way he be posting them.
Yo. You tripping. You are tripping.
Mom, it's true.
Anywho, tech files.
It's true.
I'm gonna let you have it. I'm gonna let you have it.
What's a memorable match that she has made on her own? That she's not being carried by somebody since being signed.
The matches were good. The Mercedes matches were good. She has some good matches. Those matches were good on their own merits, not just by the wrestlers that were the champions at the time.
She's not memorable. She's not. I'm sorry. Megan Bain was a better signing.
They're both good signings.
Penelope
for different reasons.
Big 2025 is better than Windsor. Sorry.
Yo, you are wilding. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap that up. Let's go to the tag file, shall we? I'm gonna let you have that one.
Cause you know it's true.
I don't, and it's not true.
Oh my God, I can't even believe that you think she's that good.
can't believe you don't think she's good at all.
She just doesn't move me. Like, maybe I have to rewatch matches because I have free time this weekend because I'm cat sitting with Sprinkle. I'm gonna have to rewatch some matches, and I'm willing to do that. I'm so willing to do that. If you guys wanted to do that in the Discord, where we watch like an Alex Windsor match since she's gotten signed, I'm more than willing to do that. But I'm just not seeing the hype.
Well, she don't gotta be a world champion. She's gotta be a wrestler that has good 10-minute matches on your TV. That's all it is. But anyway, tag final. Let's get into it for the umpteenth time.
Excellent choice on the winners for the tag final.
Yeah, I will say this is a funny tournament because everyone said that it's going to be predictable. Not a single damn one of you predicted the correct winner, ourselves included. Elements of it were predictable in the sense that, okay, you see Tony and them getting to the final. That was predictable. Even the results on the other side of the bracket were pretty predictable in places. But the actual final itself, none of you clocked Babes Rap winning this tournament. None of us clocked it. But I'm really glad they went with it. This is the second tag tournament in a row. They did it on the men's side. They went with... Everyone expected FTR to win the tag tournament on the other side. Everyone expected Thomas Lopez to win the tag tournament here. But they went with the hot hand, and it worked out perfectly. And the Babyface versus Babyface element, people were like, why are you doing that in tag tournament? Guys, it's a tournament. I don't really think it matters if it's Babyface versus Babyface. Heel versus heel is a stretch. I'll give you that one. But with two Babyfaces, the crowd was really hyped for it. They were up for it. They got behind Willow and Harley by the end of it pretty firmly. So, ultimately, it worked out. Willow and Harley, the champs. It was a really fun match. We even got a post-match promo with Renee. It was really heartfelt. I really enjoyed both of them, getting a chance to talk to the crowd. And then this is something that I'll get into in a little special segment towards the end about the promos on the show were quite good, and AEW struck a really nice balance, and they did it in different ways with the promos here. And this is a template for what Dynamite could actually look like week to week, even without the C2. So keep an eye on that. I enjoyed it. Harley kind of got me there by the end. Willow was great as usual. Tag champions. Great decision.
Now we just need to see the follow-up.
Exactly.
And how the tag titles are going to get booked. How often are we going to see it? It's new titles, so I feel like that should be something that we see on a consistent basis on the TV rotation at least. The person opening the door and then leaving.
Yeah, my window was open. That's probably why I was loud.
Like,
anyway.
He pulled a Sprinkle. But
right?
I liked it. I was happy with it. Honestly, I would have been really disappointed if Tony and Nina would have won because I don't feel like they would have done the belts justice because they don't need it.
I think it would have been fine either way because it would have been an easy choice. Is probably what I would say is a better choice. Is a better word for it. It would have been the easy, safe choice because Tony's probably your biggest star in the division, and people really like Nina. It would have been easy to do that. But Willow getting this accolade and Harley getting rewarded for the work she's put in since January with Mercedes stuff, I think that was a really nice option to go with. And they're just as equally over as Thomas Bonds, if not more, quite honestly. Willow is probably the most over person in the entire company, male or female, at this rate.
I need to see her as women's champ.
Yes. By at least like middle 2026, I need to win one of those belts. I can't lie. Like it's about time. It's probably past time.
Okay, then can I get your opinion on something?
Yeah, sure.
Just so that the folks at home could also be privy.
All right.
Who do you think would be a better women's world champ? Chris Stat or Willow?
Probably Willow, to be honest. I think Willow has much more of a connection with live audiences than Chris does. I think she's a little more affable. She's the ultimate babyface in terms of like the actual company hierarchy. She's probably the most over person in the company, male and female. I love Stat to death. I also think there's something missing with her as a babyface. The heel run that she was on earlier a couple years ago was pretty spectacular, but it kind of got cut short because reasons. I'd probably go with Willow if I had a choice.
Me too. I just wanted to know what you think on that because I don't feel like we've ever.
Yeah, it's pretty firmly Willow for me. I love Stat though. Can't go wrong with either.
I love Stat. I wish that they would push her as much as they have pushed previous world champions, like in terms of treating her like the top woman. Yes, I've seen previous reigns with people who really didn't give much and they were treated like, oh my god, we're the best thing since sliced bread. I feel like if there's any woman you could do that to, right now it's for Chris.
Yeah, that's good from an in-ring standpoint. She's probably one of the best you have. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
a different type of reign than it was with Tony. Because Tony's far more bombastic and stats more reserved. But when she ring the bell, she going to get it. So it's a little different. She's
She's
doing a
somebody
good job with it.
being a dub lifer. Like she could be in the dub her whole career, I feel like.
She probably wants to, being honest. Her and Willow both.
I was gonna say
But
something. I'm choosing peace this week because
choosing peace.
I'm sorry. People are just delusional. Like
Nah. But like, on the real, I really enjoyed the match. I really enjoyed the crowd being up for it. I enjoyed the result. Let's see
I'm
where it
glad that
goes.
open it.
Yeah, I'm glad it opened because it easily could have just done it like the third match of the show after a
I
C2
know they
match and
had
went
a
crazy and it could have died. Yeah, so like they opened with it and they bookended with the world title. So they treated a tournament final as important. They gave it you opened the show and that's probably your biggest crowd you're gonna get for a Dynamite on a week to week basis. So good job for them putting him in that slot and they knocked out the part. Really fun. I'm up for it. Let's see what happens next. Let's see who challenges next. Let's see what the hierarchy is gonna look like. Because with the
I
way the
think
division is, it's probably gonna be the vast majority of the division in it. Not doing something with like the other two titles. So let's see how it goes.
right. What the fuck is going on with the TBS? I'm just not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
Mercedes is losing her. She's doing her thing.
She's doing her thing, but I want to see it.
I mean, it's all for the entire week.
It's
She
a
got a video
2 hour
package.
show. Like, if you took away like the fucking 85 minutes that the DCF gets, we
Hey
could
man,
get in some women's fucking graps.
you really could. I didn't really need Don Callis every 20 seconds, quite honestly, but neither here nor there. Anyway, you want to get into the world title match? Hey man, I'm gonna pull up something real quick. Real quick. Couple super chats. Jake does means 4.99. The Mad King is back. Not gonna lie, things were looking spooky for a minute there. Well, there's plenty of time for it to get spookier, but right now he's on a good run. I enjoy what he's doing. So shout
Yeah, I
out
get.
Daddy
Hey,
Kingston. What else we got?
thank you, Jake.
Yep. And Champion, $2. Dear Ed, Yonkers good. My bad. Hashtag Ayo, the world is cold. Hey, the world is cold. I'm bundled up right now. Matter of fact, I got a hoodie. It's like 40 degrees outside. We're
It's
living
been
life.
cold in Florida, dude.
Yeah. Oh, we got another super chat also. Mass
Ooh.
Fam, $1.99. Will they pull a trigger on Fletch Soup for the finals? I
Uh,
don't think so.
I
Soup's
wouldn't.
definitely going. No. I wouldn't mind it. I'll say that. It
But
might be the
I wouldn't.
semis. It won't be in the finals, but I think it'll probably be the semis if it does happen.
I hate that they're even doing it in the C2. Like that's something I would have liked to see in like an all in.
I mean, sure. I mean, the C2 is a fine place to put it. It's just that's a giant match in your back pocket that you can pull out. We'll
That
see
is
how it
true.
goes. Yeah.
That is
But anyway,
Sprinkle.
Springle's back.
She's being foolish at the moment.
Well, you know.
She's
Anyway,
running behind the computer and then jumping, and now she's trying to climb back up again.
yeah, but it'd be like that. But so Eddie Kingston came back, wasn't looking too great, didn't want to talk, and when he did talk, it wasn't the greatest in the world. Was chilling with Hook. That's now done for. He's challenged for the world championship. He got a very nice backstage promo with Renee. It felt like I was watching a basketball game or like watching like a pre-show of a basketball game where he was just talking about the match. He was talking like, I'm nervous, I'm wound up, but I'm gonna get in there and do what I gotta do. I'm gonna kick some old Joe ass. It was really short, simple stuff. We'll get into the structure of this when we go on, but I did enjoy that. And then we got the match. This match easily could have died because it immediately followed the C2 match with Fletcher and Speedball, and that was just a straight up barnstormer. This was great, and it was great in its own way because it was a different type of match. It was more two fat unks just out here in the backyard on Christmas Day, just fighting each other. Like there was like it was like they was just beating the shit out of each other for the whole match. They was laying on each other's heads. They was just scrapping. They was throwing bombs. They met outside the precinct. I hate you, nigga. Let's die. That's what it was. Shout out Hassan Campbell. That's what they was doing.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really liked it.
No. I just feel like people have to understand, like, when wrestlers come back from injuries that were lengthy, not only are they rehabbing and trying to get that strength back and learning how to wrestle on that injured
You're doing
area.
it on live television.
Right. You're doing it live and you're kind of just, like, working off that ring rust because it's different when you're, like, I imagine, I'm not a pro wrestler, but I do have really close friends who are. Shout out to my world, my sister. It's hard when you're sparring with someone, I imagine, in a closed ring versus you have all these people watching you, and on TV anything could go wrong because everybody sees even the most minuscule botch that could have been recovered. Somebody will be like, oh, I noticed that. So I wouldn't say he's 100% back, but I'll say he's on the road to coming back.
He feels closer to what Eddie Kingston is right now. He feels closer to what we love about him. Because even with the in-ring being what it was and now it's starting to get back in there, the promo work was really shaky for a second. Didn't feel like he even wanted to be there. And then he kind of locked in on Collision. He locked in before the show. And even after the show, he cut a really good promo. Him and Brian, too. We'll get into that later. But he's starting to feel more like that alpha male unk that we just want to see win. And he's starting to believe in himself a little bit more in there. And I'll say this also. This match got absolutely spectacular the second they removed a mole from the equation. They removed Tyler Senner-Chia was taken out back. They shoveled the shit out the stall. They got him out of there. He interfered. He did the whole like trip up spot that people on the outside like to do. Ref saw it and instead of just like letting him sit there and just yelling at him, blah, blah, blah. No! Get the fuck out of here. Just immediately throw him out. Good. Why don't more wrestling matches do this? When someone's interfering, throw them out immediately. You do it in real sports all the time. I don't know why wrestling's fascinated with that.
Hook has run his course. I'm sorry, nobody's taking him seriously. This was a waste of another talent who could have been pushed up. The Ops did not fucking need. Excuse me. The Ops did not need.
No.
A fucking person like Hook. Like, it was so good when it was just Hobbs, Shibata, and Joe, bro. Like, they did not need Hook, bro. I was so glad when he wasn't there because they actually felt like Ops. Who the fuck is scared of Tyler?
No, Tyler, you were a handsome young man. You date Dame Dash's daughter, bro. That GQ cover is calling your name. That music video cameo is calling your name. New York Fashion Week is calling your name. Vanity Fair is calling your name, Tyler said.
A Tubi production is calling your name.
Hey, he talks like he's in a Tubi movie, don't he?
I know. He'll be like, I'm the op.
Like, hey, man. Okay. I heard Dark Order's friends of yours. Night for me and the ops. It's going to be light work. I was like, bro, go away. I'm glad they threw his ass out immediately. Let the unks go out and fight, bro. There was a sequence. They were just like throwing they was just throwing real shots at each other. They was making real content. They was going for potato. They was out here cooking. Eddie wrestled like he had a point to prove. Samoa Joe wrestled like Samoa Joe. Even if I don't exactly believe the whole mob boss thing you're doing right now, brother, that's not you. You were just an ass kicker. I don't believe you jet flying, limousine riding, kiss stealing, oos wheeling dealer. I don't believe that. That's not you.
He's a mob boss. I'm sorry. Again, like I said last week, Wale Mania, he was singing that Hova song like if that was his Bible, honey. He was singing it.
I don't think Boss not you doing that though. I don't think that's him. But anyway,
I got low key Joe. He be putting that shit on when he's home. Like he be like doing shit on the low.
no, it was big. It was big time vibes on the building. The crowd was up for it. It could have easily died. Like I said before. Eddie wrestled like he's kind of on the way back. Samoa Joe just kicked his ass more or less, and Eddie's comebacks were great, and they just kind of went band for band on the strikes. And then Eddie just got choked the fuck out and lost, which is a good thing because you're thinking, okay, some shit's gonna happen. Someone's just gonna come out and interfere. No,
I'm glad they
two grown ass men wrestling for the World Championship on TBS just had a fucking match. They just went out there and wrestled like this was the biggest prize in the sport. They wrestled their asses off, and a winner was definitively decided. That's okay. In TV and on pay-per-views, somebody wins, somebody loses. It felt like I was watching UFC. It felt like I was watching boxing. It felt like I was watching a sport. And two guys were fighting for something. And somebody won. And then the show faded to black, and that was it. Boom. Easy, simple, effective, meat and potatoes professional wrestling. And on that note, this is where I'm gonna nerd out a little bit. So y'all mind if I wild out and talk about TV production for a second?
I don't mind. Let me snuggle up in my blankie and let you cook.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing real quick. So this episode, this here was probably for me the template for what a professional wrestling TV show should look like and should be. Doesn't even need the C2 to be able to do things like this. In the C2 you have Renee Paquette, who I'll get into while we're doing this. She's doing sideline reporting. She's doing like interviews with Eddie Kingston before his match. Even like the promos from like Stokely, who cut a really nice promo in the title match next week in Manchester. Even Cal's had a nice one. Backstage announcing the $1 Million Trios match. On the live promo following the women's tag title match. Even the Mark Briscoe segment, which I didn't even love, but this is what I mean by professional wrestling production. A champion comes out in front of the people. He's with Tony Schiavone. He's not taking the mic away from Tony Schiavone. Just letting him conduct the interview properly. Talking about people still down him, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. And you have Wheeler Yuta come out with Garcia. He's not on the fucking screen backstage in the boardroom somewhere making Mark Briscoe and Tony Schiavone look like dumbasses and have to sit there and watch and listen to him and talking the mic to a damn TV. It's like yelling at your TV at home. Like that looks stupid, especially in front of thousands of people. Stop doing that, wrestling TV, please. No, he came out into the crowd, no music, just a microphone, getting his shit off, getting booed. Came in there, let Danny say a few words, and they just kind of had a little pull apart. Boom. Wasn't the greatest second in the world. Didn't even really like it because I don't really love Dan Garcia that much. And sometimes Mark Briscoe's promos can be a little cartoonish for me at times. But the structure, it felt like wrestling television. Johnny, you are there you go.
I don't know.
Shadows.
Being a woman is hard. Like my back is fucking frying me right now, and I'm trying to find and I have scoliosis. Spare me.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I'm trying to like make it to where it doesn't feel like I slipped a disc.
I feel that. We have
a position
right now. Hey, do what you gotta do. But anyway, like I said, it's just simple structure. It felt like I was watching a wrestling show. It didn't feel like I was watching something cheesy and overproduced. Because AWTV segments could be that sometimes. They can be a little weird. They can be overproduced. They can make people feel lesser than. That shouldn't. It's just there was no music. There was no time cues. None of that shit. Just be regular people. And then Renee Paquette, I gotta say, she was by far for me, in terms of non-wrestling personality, she was the MVP of this entire show. She's doing all of the. And John left me, but I'm a wild out anyway. She's doing the backstage interviews like you're watching, like if I'm watching the NFL game on CBS 425, like I was watching Tracy Wilson. When I was watching the NFL game on Fox, I feel like I was watching Aaron Andrews, like conduct an interview with people and get your motivations for why you're doing what you're doing before the game and during the game. Felt like I was watching Craig Sager when I used to watch TNT and NBA. Felt like Ahmad Rashad. Felt like a real sportscaster. It didn't feel like wrestling backstage interviewer number 1,000. She's way too good for that. And they let her do that. They let her be a sports broadcaster. That's what they let her do. They let her go out and get a look into Eddie Kingston's psyche before a title match, doing sideline interviews before the C2 and being like, yo, I talked to them before the match and this is what they want to do, this is what they want to focus on. That's the sports presentation that AEW should always be striving to do. And the sports ticker, like on the lower third that they do, and started them during the C2 where you show all the results. That's something I believe that they should keep moving forward. Like, just show the results of what's been going on the TV. Like, you're on Dynamite. If you didn't watch Collision, just show the Collision results. Like, let's get to catch the beat such and such in 5 minutes, whatever, on Collision or something like that. Or recap what's been going on the TV up to that point. Just show it below. It's like you're watching football. They do it all the time. They have the lead. They show all the scores from other games. It's simple things like that set you apart from other shows and sets you apart from other promotions. And that's something they should always strive to be doing. And again, none of this really works quite as well without Renee. Like, she is the glue that gets that going. Mm-hmm. And keep that up do that for world title matches. Do that for like the tag title matches or something like that. Let her do something important for those things. Don't just like say, okay, C2 over. Let's head to the back every 10 seconds thing. Even the backstage promos, they actually felt like real people talking more often than not. And it felt like a sideline interview and not just you say 2 words and then randomly the wrestler that you talked about pops into the frame. Like, we don't need to do all that. I will say the Josh Alexander thing when he looks at looks in the little frame in the back was kind of stupid and kind of funny, but that's just a joke in general. But they've mostly last night strayed away from being tropey as far as the TV production. And this is a show that they really, really needed to say, hey, I know the reputation is the C2 covers up a lot of bullshit and it covers up a lot of just like weird, just funky TV. Because last week was really funky outside the C2. Here, you showed you can still do a wrestling TV show, C2 or not. You can still do all of these things without the C2. You don't need a tournament to center yourself. You can still have a couple kick-ass matches. And you can still do these interviews. You can still do these post-match promos. Because we do it in regular sports all the time. Aaron Andrews is talking to Jordan Love after he throws a game-winning touchdown against the Bears. Or talks to the coach during the game. Or right before he's about to kick off. Like, we do this in other sports all the time. Why not wrestling? Be experimental. Always look to strive to do different things. You don't go back tropes. Because these things, you can keep all of this without this. And this was a good step to showing you can still put on compelling television without needing a tournament to make you do these things.
Clock it.
There you have it. Renee Paquette, again, you are the sportscaster of the year for me.
It's very refreshing when they treat wrestling shows, specifically AEW, like a sports show. Like, I remember that one time they were experimenting when they had Renee interview somebody, I forget who it was, right as they were making their entrance. It was like they were coming down the ramp and then they stopped and spoke with Renee. Like, that's cool to me. It's different. Because I'm sorry, I hate that it's like every time you have a match, right after the match, now we're going to see who's talking here. We're going to get a backstage thing. Like, no. Let some of that shit bleed out. Like, maybe make a backstage segment we think is over. Make that shit bleed out into the fucking ring. Like, maybe make it to where it's like, okay, a lot of the matches, all right, there's a winner. There doesn't need to be a return. But maybe sometimes we can have a match where somebody does win and they're like, all right, well, fuck that. I don't want them to win. And it goes backstage. Like, I like stuff like that.
Have Shivani come in the ring or Renee come in the ring and try to interview them and get their thoughts on the match. Just let them connect with people.
Let them shoot a little bit.
Fuck it. Just let them be them and just kind of, and you don't have to be robotic. You don't have to do the whole like talking on a Titans or whatever the fuck it is. You don't do the whole talking on the screen when someone's in the ring thing. It's really stupid. It looks ridiculous. You look like robots and it looks like you're trying to do something out 2019. No. Just have someone come in the ring, like Renee or Tony. Let people get their thoughts on what went on and let them like connect with the crowd as much as possible. Because that's a better way to get people talking and getting people to like share their real thoughts in the moment. Do things like that. And have people come out with no music. Like, we don't have to do the whole music thing. Unless it's like a return of some shit, sure. But strive to be different. Strive to be different. And they managed to do that. They managed to find a really nice balance between this is a wrestling show. We're going to wrestle. We're gonna have kick-ass wrestling matches. There's going to be matches of the year candidates on here. We're also gonna let you get into a glimpse of the people inside the ring, verbally in front of the audience, post-match, pre-match. Let it feel like you're watching a game. Let it feel like you're watching a boxing match, UFC, football, basketball, soccer, all of that. Feel like you're watching those things and not just, okay, let's head to the back and Alex Marvez or Alicia Atout standing by. Like, we don't have to do that shit. No.
After every fucking match, bro, like, I'm like, damn, girl, I'm getting motion sickness. You done took me to the back like 15 fucking times. Take me to dinner first instead of taking me to the fucking back.
Yes. Fuck. Like I said right here, trying is fun. Experimentation is fun.
Right, Josh? Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Just
it is fun.
Those things.
I feel like what's been, because everybody's always like, oh, wrestling isn't how it used to be. Yeah, because unfortunately, wrestling became very saturated and very repetitive, and it became oversaturated in the sense that it was the same fucking formula, just in different fonts, and not even in different fonts, because for years, I'm talking about the before
decades,
even a thing that it was like we were in the dark ages of fucking pro wrestling, because it absolutely sucked. We had like fucking Michael Cole would interrupt like every fucking 2 minutes, but it was like a lot of wrestling fans fell away from wrestling, and you could tell, like, if you ask a wrestling fan right now, oh, who just got back into wrestling, be like, oh, when did you stop? Oh, like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, 8 years ago. It's going to be in that time frame, because it became oversaturated with the same formula. You were seeing the same people. You were seeing the same storyline, with one half of the equation being the same, and then they're rotating random people out. It was too saturated.
With a different coat of paint, and then you get to AEW, you have that start. You're doing good things, but the problem is when you're trying to hire people that you want to help out with production and stuff, they all know one way because we only saw one way for 20 plus years, and that tends to bleed into the product at times. You got people, looking backstage on a damn monitor while the match is going on. You got people doing the whole, we have to come out the music every time. We got people standing around looking crazy. We got people cutting promos backstage on a trial while someone's in the ring. Like, do other things. Like, cool looking Swerve got to cut a promo like just in the audience, just orifying his ass off. Yeah,
they should like do that. AEW is the alternative. I like when they experiment, because even if it goes wrong, it's still fucking memorable to me.
Trying things.
When they do dumb shit, it's like, okay, well, at least they're not doing the same thing that people have seen like since the fucking Attitude Era. They're not trying to regurgitate the Attitude Era. Like, be different.
Yeah, and you got Hangman Page cutting promos backstage, just pacing in. No mic, no nothing. I'm getting my shit off. I care about things. I'm beating whoever the fuck wins this match that rolls in. Swerve just basically coming out to the crowd or farm and laying out things. Even Mark Briscoe just kind of saying, hi, how you doing? This is my match Saturday. Talking to Willow and Hardy after an emotional win. Eddie after.
Hey, Mark was like, kiss my big white ass. You have people, big white ass, big white ass. It's like shit like that. He's not somebody that, if we would see him before there was AEW, you probably wouldn't have not seen a Mark Briscoe being put in the position he is right now.
I would say he probably doesn't need to do long form promos, to be honest, because he kind of rambles a little bit. But again, just having him there and talking to the people, that's a touch, especially if you're the television champion, do things like that. And then we're going to get into Talk That Talk right now, actually, now that we're talking about promos. This promo didn't even air on TV. It aired after the show, which is kind of funny. But it was Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston. It was after an emotional match. Like, he's beat up. Like, Bryan is just putting him over. And he's not even, like, doing the whole thing where you're talking to the crowd where the lights go off and you're just kind of breaking kayfabe and shooting the shit. No, he was basically talking like as if it was still in story. Like, I doubted Eddie Kingston. I didn't respect Eddie Kingston. I called him the king of the bums, and he beat my ass at Revolution for that Triple Crown. And then I respected him from then on. I believe in him still. Do you believe in him still? And the crowd's still behind him. And it was a way for people to, yeah, Eddie lost, but you still believe in him. you still believe in the journey. You still believe in the ultimate goal. Falling
Right.
off a team is the important thing, of course, but the people still believe in him in spite of himself, in spite of the outcome. He's still alive. It's that he talked himself back in to our hearts. Like that's a crucial thing. And he didn't do the "I want to go home" thing. He's like, I fucking hurt, but I fucking love you guys. I love Atlanta. I used to roll here on the Indies. It's a great city. Blah blah blah. Like it just sounded like something you would say after you got your ass kicked in the sport, where you like thank the people and you kind of just say, just tonight wasn't my night, but
Right.
I'm gonna keep fighting. I'll be back in there next time. The outcome will be different. It's just simple little things like that. These are real people. Let them sound like real people. Let them care about things. He kicks his best when he cares about stuff. He cares just as much as we care about him. And Hangman Page cared about what was going on in the main event. He cared about wanting to get the Roseanne and get that title back. Swerve cares about being the champion again.
Oh, Hangman, my Hangman. We're going to get you that title, baby.
One day.
One day. One day we'll get a good title reign. One day.
Yeah. But yeah, so what was your favorite promo tonight?
The same one. Honestly, because Bryan Danielson didn't formally ever have his moment to be, well, or want the moment really, because he's so not like your typical superstar in wrestling, where he's like, all right, guys, I'm done. This was my final match. No, he made it clear from the jump, hey, this is probably gonna like be whatever, but he never had a formal retirement. He's been moved into commentary. So to see him still be like, use the fact that he's still, one of the goats, honestly, and use that to put someone over, especially someone who people have noticed that he's not 100% himself since coming back, was amazing to see. Because anybody could tweet and say, hey, respect or a red heart to this one wrestler. He actually put him over, though, and it makes it to where the loss doesn't take away from Eddie. Because he lost, he didn't win the title, but he still elevated and he still gets that rub from someone like Bryan Danielson. I liked it. It was a feel-good moment.
It was the way, because you saw what happened. He just he fought his ass off. He did everything he could, and he just came up short. Simple as that. No interference.
I love a good feel moment when it's not overdone many times and when it makes sense.
Yeah. And you can go back to this again, because the fans will always care about Eddie Kingston no matter what he does. They will be fascinated with Eddie Kingston until we put him in the ground. Like, that's his connection with the fans, and that's his superpower. And Bryan's been so good on commentary since he's joined the desk. He is the connective tissue to storylines going on in the ring. He is so good at laying things out. And this is a really nice breadcrumb to where if someone else wins that belt World's End, you can go back to Eddie being a challenger. Hell, you can have him win it and drop it like in a month or something if you want him to do that. And let him have that moment or something. Like, he's still fighting. He's still working his way back. And when he finally is 100%, that he can get that moment. And also, I want to give a special shout out to the Baszler rap promo, because they were just really affectionate. They were just affable as hell.
I'm all for feel good moments when it makes sense. Like, not everything in a feel good moment needs to be surrounded by championships, but it's so good to see payoff. Like for Babes of Wrath as well, you can see these are two girls who are really excited with the possibility of what they can make happen with these titles.
And they cared about winning those titles.
Right. Instead of having like, your typical, all right, if a heel wins, like, oh yeah, we knew we were going to win. No, it's good to, have the good guys. Because I feel like sometimes AEW gets lost in the sauce of, oh, a turn just happened, or, oh, we want to focus on the heels. The heels get all the play. It's good to have babyface moments. So you need that balance. I love the both feel good moments. I was a feel good girl. Again, I'm a woman, and sometimes on months and certain times of the month you get emotional. And I was very emotional yesterday, and I was just like, oh my god, like these are all feel good moments.
Yeah. It's like I wasn't even like emotional, but I was like, damn, they actually really gave a fuck about this. They really expressed it that I won this. It's been tough for both of them. Like Harley's just kind of finding her way in the industry. Their feud with Mercedes in January was really cool, and to see her have a real payoff to all that months of work to winning the tag titles with Willow, and they kind of just found each other. And again, Willow expressed it. But the whole stat stuff, like she was just kind of down in the dumps, and she found a real friend, and she found someone that she connected with, and they ended up winning gold together. So like that's a really nice thing.
Like it was just a cute moment. Like, damn, the good guys won, and it feels good, especially in a sport like wrestling, where it's like it's always a lot of twists and there's always something going on. Like, okay, this is just two really fun people who are over who won. Everybody's happy. The whole house is happy.
Atlanta was happy. Atlanta was ecstatic they won.
Atlanta was a good crowd, I will say.
It was a very nice crowd. Keep going back to Atlanta. I know there's not a lot of like big arenas in Atlanta to really run pay-per-views, but they're pretty much locked out because the Hawks Arena for that. And the other option would be like Duluth, which is like damn an hour away. But keep going back to Atlanta for Dynamite. So this show sold out. Like the crowd was great. They were just super into the show in general. They weren't trying to do a whole trying to get themselves over. They were just into the wrestling. They were into the people in the ring. They were into their stories. They were into who they were as people. And that's a successful show. And don't look now. Speaking of Willow. Hey, man. I'm not going to instigate.
I was just going to say that.
I was like, hey, man, I ain't going to instigate, though, but she's close.
I'm sorry. It's like some people, when it comes to being over with the crowd, she just has it to where I don't care if she has 150 title reigns. I'm still going to want to see her have all the titles in the world. I would be so moved if they made her Triple Crown champion, like within the next year or two. Like, we need that. She deserves it.
TBS belt. Yeah, all.
She deserves it.
Exactly. Like, she's so good. She deserves a lot more. Even if she gets style, she deserves the world. Well,
never turn heel. I'm sorry. Like, she needs to be healed her entire career. I mean, she needs to be face her entire career.
Yeah, but she's just the eternal baby face. Like, that's just who she is. That's what it is. You'll always have the crowd with her no matter what. So that's the little talk. Any honorable mention? Oh, I did want to mention Mox. A little like pre-tape. Bro, Mox is in his bag right now with these promos. He's like, if you had all this, you just suck. How about that? That's a man that knows that he's about to get slimed out in like 2 months, probably. But he's just still like doing these motivational ass speeches. He's still working out. He's still trying to compete in C2. He's still doing this thing. Like, brother, the end is near. He's running. The hourglass is going down. He sounds like a man running out of time, but also still believes in the mission.
I just love everything that Mox does. I feel like that's amazing character work that he's doing. And I hope people realize that he's doing character work. And with character work, there's always going to be rocky points when you're building a character. Good Lord. I'm sorry. I hated when everybody was hating on him. I hated it. I would like certain things because I'll be like, okay, why are you doing this? But I love Mox because at the end of the day, he's not somebody who's just going to switch just because people don't like something. He's going to do his story full out.
I ain't lie, he kind of deserved that there. He was doing some wild shit at the top of the year. It is what it is. But he's doing great work now. Shout out, Mox. So, that's our talk. That talk. I don't even feel like I really have to even express it. The match at night was speedballing.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, we don't got to express it. And we got just a telegram about it. So there's that. And leading into it, we're going to get last call for Super Chats. We're going down to the final destination. It's been a great show. It's been a real good recap. Best show since... Damn, it's been a while since they had great shows like this in totality with the wrestling and the character stuff. So, what you got to tell the people real quick, Jana?
Get those Super Chats and listen. This cat has been misbehaving this entire stream. I've had to get up because of this cat. So, the Super Chats should go to me because I have to deal with her every day. It should go to me and Marcus.
There you go.
Because Marcus
shout
is
cat parents. Shout dog parents. I'm the uncle.
He's the uncle. Like, we have to deal with this feline. And honestly, she may need to be relocated. I'm just kidding. No. But
yo.
I was going to say relocated. No.
That's wild.
Get your Super Chats in. This is your guys' show. We're just here as train conductors, but this is your guys' train. So whatever you want to talk about, address, get in those super chats, and we will address it.
Yep. And speaking of which, there was a super chat earlier from Chi-Town Spurs when we were talking about that, and he says, let me go up, $2. I like both of them. I like them both too, Chi-Town Spurs. But some of us, just don't want to see the light. But that's okay. We're on to the final destination. We're about to park this train real quick. We're looking ahead. So this weekend, we got Dynamite Winners Coming Part 2 in Cardiff, Wales. On that card, we got.
I'm seated.
I'm there. It's a early start time. What, 6? I want to say 6 Eastern. So yeah, look out for that. We got Daniel Garcia versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT Championship. Mark Briscoe's first defense of the title. We got Claudio versus Takeshita in the C2 coming up. We got a whole lot of shit there. And Holiday Bash on Wednesday. That's 3 hours in Manchester.
Ooh, I think those European crowds. They're like drunk off Nando's by the time they get there, so they're ready to go.
Chalk up nails, Chris. Oh, we also have Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayer versus Sin type match. Also in on Collision, which is, a thing. But if you're not, So Holiday Bash, we have the return of Dynamite Diamond Ring Battle Royal. So know the rules of that. The last two standing will wrestle the week after.
Get ready to feel this Burberry scarf, honey.
Burberry. So, winner of the Diamond Ring doesn't just get the ring; they get a world title shot at Maximum Carnage in January on that Dynamite. So that's a new little wrinkle. Hey man, all I know is things might happen in the world and things may not. Let's see who wins that ring. Let's see if MJF actually does win it, or he just says "fuck this." I'm, I still got the contract. See if he cashes in before we're in. Let's see what happens with that. And for the World Tag Team Championships, I'm just saying, like,
wait, did you
possible.
catch how I tried to yawn and I thought that you couldn't see me? So
I was trying to no sell it, but it's a little.
That was crazy as fuck. I thought you couldn't see it because we have the red bar.
Girl, that's everything. Don't even worry. I got eyes in the back of my head. I got eyes over here. I got good vision. 2020. But also on the high match, we got the World Tag Team Championships. FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang, Austin Gunn, and Juice Robinson. I've actually enjoyed the segments they've had at Collision, and I enjoyed Stokely's promo on Dynamite. It's gonna be a good match. They have really good chemistry. Let's see how that goes. Please don't make me turn the channel, FTR. And finally, for that $1 million, Cal's Ham was going to be Hechicero, Takeshita, and Okada versus the Elite. Kenny, by God, my GOAT, Big Tyson, Omega, and the Young Bucks for the first time in over 2 years.
His real name is Tyson. That just moves me.
That's a fire-ass name, Tyson.
Like your wrestler name, your performer name is Kenny Omega, and your real name is Tyson. Like, whoa.
Yeah, because usually when I do like ring names, would you rather cheer for Shawn Michaels or Marco Hickenbottom, or The Undertaker or Mark Calloway? I will cheer for Kenny Omega, and I will cheer for Tyson Smith. Like, that's the way I look at it.
Mark Calloway is a fire name.
It's alright.
Sprinkle, come here, girl. Good lord.
She out here trying to adventure throughout the house.
Yeah, let me try to grab her as we approach the final destination. Which try to retrieve this cat.
Yeah, well, if she does that, I'm gonna go ahead and just say, great show, great Dynamite, great balance they struck between the human interest stuff and just the wrestling in general. Holiday Bash is gonna be fascinating because the whole Diamond Ring thing. That was never great on TV. They're just not. And the twist of this is for a world title shot instead of just the ring does signal something with MJF's contract to me. Whether he wins the Diamond Ring and just says screw it, I'm going to challenge for a title anyway, or he just cashes it in, loses it, and just forgoes it, and someone else wins that ring. I'll give it to Kyle O'Reilly if he's healthy. personally, just so he can have that title shot top of the year because he's done so much good work and it'd be a really good payoff to what he's been doing. Like, I mean, John Moxley tap out twice and I get a world title shot off the momentum of that. So that would be really fascinating. The Elite, please win that money. Please kill Don Callis. Let's add another wrinkle to the Takeshita and Okada drama. D2 stuff this weekend. I'm really looking forward to Claudio versus Takeshita. That's going to be a fantastic match. They had the best match in Battle of the Belts history, and Sprinkle is back, and she is locked in for Claudio Takeshita as well. Thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
She says go soup.
I'm so seated for Claudio versus Takeshita.
Like I said, they had the best match in Battle of the Belts history, and this is the actual stakes on the line here. We got CMLL World Heavyweight Champion versus the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. New Japan versus CMLL, AEW versus AEW, all that good stuff. Big Terry better come with it. You're coming off of El Damasco Dorado. Kesha hasn't lost in the tournament yet. Let's see if he keeps that momentum going. I'm locked in.
And Sprinkle says, if I can get her to do this. Girl, okay. She likes being held like this. Okay, relax. Sprinkle says to subscribe to the Patreon. With the Patreon, all you need is a small lump sum of how many dollars, Sprinkle? 5. I don't know if she even has 5 fingers. You need $5 so that you can get supreme, elite, premium access to the Self-Made Crew. Watch movies, review matches. You maybe even may see Sprinkle if I have her on the stream this weekend. If she hops on the Patreon, she needs to pay that $5 too. I'm sorry, I'm not just.
You paying rent, Sprinkle.
She needs to pay. She needs to pay the $5 like everybody else. Okay.
$5 to get in. You got $20. You can watch a movie with us. Recommend matches. I think we got match breaks tonight actually in the Discord. So if you subscribe today to Self-Made, you get to see your first match break. And on top of that, if you are super rich and you balling and you really having and you're really holding, you can go and join our $100 Paragon tier, hosted by the Prince of the Paragons himself, Chris O'Brien. Shout out Chris O. Y'all was on his ass last night about that TNA Mike Bailey stuff, and while y'all booing him, he was correct. So shout out Chris. And y'all can recommend a full show, full movie. We watched the Rock movie in there the other day. I want to say it was San Andreas. I think, yeah.
What a movie!
A Rock disaster movie is exactly what you think it is. Like, I'll put it that way.
Dressed.
Not for sure. I think it's 4:30 for the card stuff. And the homie Anwar sends a nice little gift for the homie Sparkle. $2. Will they ever get back to Swerve versus Okada? I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I really do hope so. Because that match, even Swerve was on one leg, and that match was really, really good at Forbidden Door. And the build-up was kind of just, you knew full well he was taking time off, so the build-up wasn't really much. So hopefully they get to have another build for that, and they get to run it back and have a better TV product with it. And Swerve can actually have 2 legs instead of 1. So there's that. Looking forward to it. Unless Swerve ends up turning heel in the next year or so, which I think he might actually. And so far, so good. That concludes another week of Destination Dynamite. And we have Sprinkle eating on camera to end this off.
She stood on the keyboard. Like, how rude is this?
What we got going on? But yeah, anyway. The train is back on the track. We've parked it. We're going to recap the C2 happenings from Cardiff. When we come back, we're going to talk about Holiday Bash. That's a 3-hour special, ladies and gentlemen. 3 hours, which means a lot of shit to talk about when we go back on this ride. So, Jana, I'll let you sign us off. What we say around these parts?
Self-made shit. Self-made forever.
Oh, hold on. Before we do that, my man Anwar said we missed another chat. Don't want to type in the comments real quick, NJ. See if I miss it. And we got the cat talking again.
She's can I help you, ma'am?
Right?
You gotta tell the people something.
Oh, here we go. $2. Still not vibing with the Hangman Swerve link up. Hey, I like the actual visual, but
Right.
the way we're getting there is kind of,
Yeah.
so I get that.
We don't need like a will they, won't they for. Oh, excuse
Damn.
me. We don't. You heard that too, right? The little meow
All right,
too.
what the
We
hell
don't need a
going on?
will
Yeah.
they for the next 5 months. We don't.
Yeah, hopefully they have
We'll
a
just-
segment where they just like talk it out in front of us to see where that goes. And also, Cold Brew. His name is Yusuke after the GOAT in Yu Yu Hakusho. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Big Yusuke. Shout out the Spirit Gun. That's fire.
Hopefully he behaves, unlike some people.
Hey, man. Shout out Big Yusuke.
Shout out
And
Yusuke. Shout out Yusuke.
now that concludes the Super Chats. See y'all next week. Back again. The British was going to have a good thing. Shout out Manchester. Shout out Cardiff. Peace.
Say bye, Sprinkle. Oh.